Okay, let's get into this update. So we see Bitcoin actually forming the symmetrical triangle, and since it's going to the downside where it started from, we see here it dropping down this way, and we see consolidation into this symmetrical triangle. Usually if we're going towards the pattern into a downside, we are going to see an outcome of a downside breakout. It's more probable than an upside break, but let's see the measured move for Bitcoin if we were to see a measured move to the upside and the downside. So we take our measurement from top to the bottom, and to the upside we'd see a breakout at around 61,000, and to the downside we would see a breakout of 50,000. So and in between these two areas of support, 50,000 is a good bounce resistance for a long position on Bitcoin if it hits that price. But if we do see that price, we'll see a continued consolidation in this area for the next couple of days or so. You see here, once we get down here, we'll see the price range from this area here until we get a test back up to this area here of $57,000. So that's what's looking for Bitcoin right now. And as you know, if Bitcoin is dropping, so will the miners. So let's take a look at those and what happened today in the market. So let's start off with Mara. And we see here Mara actually did break out of its descending wedge type pattern, though it wasn't a nice looking wedge. Not too much fluctuation between the resistance support. But we see here, we do see that it did break out. It had a nice bounce off of this golden pocket right here, which I was talking about as a good area for a bounce, and we did find that bounce from around 30,000 back up here to test around $35. But when we got to that area of $35, we did get rejected. So we didn't have enough momentum in the market for people to buy this stock for it to get to that resistance area right here. So we managed to bounce off of it, but we couldn't make it up to here to this resistance area of around $35, $36, and also right here where we had more resistance of this resistance box right here, right, which was key support, but since we broke it now, it's going to be very hard resistance to break. But we do see, since Bitcoin is dropping, and if we do get that breakout to the bottom side, we could see a retest here of the $30 area for Mara, and we also could see our next price target, which would be right around here to our next resistance box, where we could find another bounce, potential bounce, right around here. So at the $25 area, so we could find and move towards the upside, and then rejection from the golden pocket down here to our next price target of $25. And if we break that, then we could see potentially through the next week our price target of $16 right here. But as of right now, we're still in indecision mode for Bitcoin, so we could see another retest tomorrow if Bitcoin manages to break to the upside. But right now, it's looking more like there's less strength in the market for crypto in Bitcoin and these Bitcoin miners, so we could see a potential move to the downside here at the $31 mark to then break and retest our area here of support at $25. Okay, and then let's look at also the RSI. Here, the RSI was just about to curl up right here, and we had some buy signals coming here, but as you know, Bitcoin started dumping towards the end of the market session, so we see this stagnation in price, and we still have pretty low volume here of buying and selling. So that's how you know a big move is about to come, when we see decreasing volume right here, right? So a big move is coming, whether it be to the upside or the downside. That all depends on Bitcoin's price, but that's what Mara is looking at. If we also take a look at let me get some of these drawings out of the way. Let's take a look at the EMA ribbon too and seeing where that is working. And it looks, yep, like we just touched the EMA ribbon as resistance here. So that's why we got this stagnation right here in price. And this is a 1 hour. On the 4 hour, let's take a look. Okay, on the 4 hour, we're still nowhere near there, but we did have we're starting to get a bearish flip here on the EMA as well. So not looking too good for for Mara, but let's take a look at Riot. Okay, so for Riot, we have a similar thing happening. Let me erase some of this stuff. Okay, so we're seeing here a bearish flip on the EMA ribbon. This is a 4 hour, so it's kind of significant time frame. The higher the time frame, the more significant the readings are. So we see here a bearish flip of this. So we're going to see this EMA ribbon as resistance here coming up. And we did see a bounce off of this golden pocket, but a very weak one, not as strong as the Mara bounce. So we were still kind of in this area of indecision right here, whether it's going to hold or not. We did find a lot of previous support in this area, but at the same time, the more we test it, the more likely it is to break down to the downside. And we see our next price target, if it breaks down here, if Bitcoin goes down lower to that $50,000 region, we do get a price target at around $30, and then maybe trade sideways up here and then retest this area down to $16. So those are the two price targets for as of right now. If it breaks this golden pocket area, if it goes to the upside, we have to break through $40, $41 here, and break through this EMA resistance that's going to be curving to the outside, to the upside. So once we break this $41 target, then we can retest this area of $53. So that's what Riot is looking at right now. Let's see here. Volume is also decreasing in this way, starting from here. We're starting to pick up some more buyers and sellers, but at the same time, still overall in a downtrend. So we will see a big move for these ones as well. So this could be a good short opportunity if it breaks through this golden pocket area here at $38. So let's zoom in a little bit more and see also the price action a little bit better and seeing where it's holding and where it's getting rejected. So see here, this is on the 4 hourly. Let's go on to the 1 hourly. Alright, so on the 1 hour, we also see that our EMA ribbon did cross bearish, and it is also acting as resistance here because we saw the price actually try to break through this golden pocket, but unfortunately it did not find the momentum to actually get through it, and now it's just stuck in there. For a potential move to the upside, right, it's stuck right here, but we did see the support being broken down here, come back up, use as support, but ultimately couldn't find that upper support of the golden pocket, so it's kind of just trading in it. But we could see rejection tomorrow here, back down to this area at $30, and then maybe going down to that $16 price target. But that is what it's looking like for Riot. And also, why don't we check on SOS? Let's see here. Okay, so SOS is looking a little bit better than the other mining stocks. We did have a little bit of a fake out right here on the 1 hourly chart, where we had a break to the downside from this descending support trend line, but we did manage to break back into it and actually break into the EMA ribbon as well, which I said in a couple of videos earlier, which would be acting as resistance. So it is in the middle of breaking through that resistance. Let's take a closer look in here. Yeah, let's go on the 15-minute chart. And we can see it is acting as some support here for the EMA ribbon, but at the same time, we did find some resistance happening right here, here, and here. We had multiple attempts to try to break it, so that's a good sign if we have multiple attempts of breaking this upper resistance line. But at the same time, if Bitcoin does manage to dump and the other miners are starting to go down too, it is more likely for SOS to come back down and retest this area here at $3.90 and ultimately probably go lower back down to its previous low of $3.56. So that's what it's looking like for SOS. The markets are very volatile right now. BTC has been trading sideways, so it is not really apparent whether it's going to go up to the upside or to the downside. But for right now, it is looking more bearish because of the way that pennant or that symmetrical triangle has formed when it came through to the downside and then it started to form the symmetrical triangle. There is usually more chance for it to break to the downside, but as of right now, it still has not broken yet. Let's see. Let's take a look at it one more time just to see if there's any updates. So right now, it is going towards the downside. Right, we had a couple little breaks to the downside, but nothing is confirmed just yet. We want to have a couple hourly or 4 hourly candles to the downside, but remember, if we do have an hourly candle to the downside and it starts dropping very quickly, that can be a confirmation that that breakout is confirmed. And we also see a excess of selling volume as well, or buying volume, whether it breaks to the downside or to the upside. But as you see here on the 4-hourly, we do have that EMA resistance here acting as major resistance. We have the 20 and the 50 acting here, and then we also have this resistance and the original trend resistance that we broke out of on the 16th. So this is a very critical moment for Bitcoin because we are going to see a really big move, whether it be to the downside or to the upside. That completely depends on the market. But as of right now, it is looking more bearish. So just be prepared to open some shorts if you're interested in opening shorts for these Bitcoin miners, or waiting to find a new low to open a long position for their miners too. So either one is up to you. This is what the charts are saying right now. But as of right now, it's kind of up in the air as long as Bitcoin can hold and maintain above $57,000, like around this area right here, $57,000. So breaking up into this trend line, we could see continuing move back to the upside to test the $65,000 area. But as of right now, it is still in the process of breaking out. So we need to check to see in a couple hours. But I don't see this move playing out much longer. So in the next 4 to 8 hours, we should have a breakout. So that's when you'll know, and you can be ready for pre-market tomorrow to open up any shorts or longs. All right, well, that is it for this video. Just a quick update right after the market closed to see the price action for these miners. But if you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them down in the comments below. And if you appreciate this content, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps out the algorithm know that that these videos are being watched. So just hit a like or subscribe if you're down below. And that is it for this video. Peace out.